All right, guys, we're talking toys that went viral, but also gifts for us.
Did anyone else have a Tamagotchi back in the day?
Oh, absolutely. Those things were everywhere.
Welcome back to Life Around 40 podcast. Hope everybody's doing good. Here with episode 18. I'm not sure how much of the last 5 minutes Drew is going to keep in this video, but it put our normal pre-show hijinks kind of to shame how ridiculous that was and
whatever
time delaying that was. I'm so happy we got
it was all of like 2 minutes and you run your mouth a whole lot longer than that.
All I know is I'm not the one we were waiting on. So 2 or 5, it's still time we were waiting on for me. So, how's everybody doing today? Now that Taylor has his setup running, how's everybody's week? You guys getting ready for Christmas? Getting excited? That's next week.
My personal Christmas shopping is done. It was pretty much wrapped up. I want to say October. I picked up a couple things here and there, but it's been an exhausting week. I wish it was Friday, but it's not. But my last day is Thursday, so.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Why I work Monday and Tuesday next week, but yeah, I took all the kids have early dismissal, so
that's
no sense.
The girls
really
are off.
Work.
Britt and the girls are off starting Monday through the 1st or the 5th or something like that. I have to work the non-holiday days, but the schedule's so clear. I have a feeling most of it's going to be working from home. So I might have to go in once, maybe twice, and I'm going to try to avoid it if I can. Just because it's going to be pretty dead in there. Even our customers normally don't have a whole lot going on these next 2 weeks.
Nobody does.
Taylor, how about you? How about yourself? You ready for Christmas?
Yeah, kinda. But yeah, I've got most of that. I still need to send a package to my mom, for things for her and my sister. I've got some other, like a lot of the other stuff I've given to people already. I gave both of you guys just some small little thing. Heck, I didn't even wrap it, and then I did the same for a few coworkers and stuff. So the last big thing I got to do that, and 2 buddies that I do like a round robin Christmas thing with. One came. I don't know if you can really see it. It's that little thing right there. This little goober.
Your
the
tiny,
purple thing?
tiny thing?
My tiny thing off in the distance. Yeah. It's Mothman.
Oh.
It's Mothman in game form.
Oh, cool.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, Graham would know this, Drew, probably not so much, but Persona.
Oh. Nope. I played about 10 hours of Persona 4, but...
Okay, so that company, Atlas, they have another one that's kind of like edgier Persona / Pokemon called like Shin Megami Tensei or SMT.
I know Shin Megami, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's what this guy's from.
Okay. I've never played one, but I know the games.
I've never played them either, but my buddy was like, "Oh, you like Mothman so much?" I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, little goober. So, but yeah, I've got stuff for them that I got to send out as well. Still, might not make it in time. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
but
that's where I'm sitting right now. Is my wife is a saint. She's better than me in every conceivable metric. I don't think there's any argument there. She handles pretty much all the Christmas shopping for the kids, our family, everything. And she usually gets a pretty good jump on it. I couldn't sleep last night, so at 3 a.m, I was getting her Christmas taken care of while I couldn't sleep. So some of it should get here in time. Some of it I'm hoping will get here in time, but it might arrive right after. But for somebody that only has one person to take care of, I am still god awful at it. I don't start thinking about it until it's like, oh God, it's in like, what did you say, 11 days? I'm like, yeah.
Wow, that conversation was 5 days ago. So
oh God,
you've
okay.
got...
well, it's done now. So.
Not quite. It was just like a couple days ago.
I still want to go out and get her some stocking stuffers, just some small stuff to have in her stocking. Usually her and I don't go crazy getting each other stuff, and we'll just maybe throw some stuff in a stocking as well.
It's more about stalker stuffing for Christmas.
Well, that's more of a gift for me than her. But you know
Aw,
what? It's
sorry you're
fine.
not better at it.
It's
Well,
more of a mercy on her part.
yeah. It's, like I said, every conceivable metric. Okay.
Except for
So-
it being bad.
It's called foreplay, Graham. It's called foreplay.
I've heard of it. I've heard of this thing. Haven't quite figured it out. No, I'm giving too much away apparently, or not enough. But no, so that's where we're standing. I'm kind of ready, but I feel like I'm never ready for any holiday, especially this one, because it doesn't sneak up, but it does, and it's like, oh god, it's here, and then it's gone, and then you're in the 2-month suck of Ohio winter with nothing to look forward to. Which luckily nature has brought that 2 weeks early this year, or 3 weeks early. Was 11 degrees the other day or something here. Snow is still on the ground. I hate Ohio winters, but I hate them enough to move. So I just hate them enough to bitch about them, like most Ohioans do. But no, so I'm ready for it to get here and have a couple days off here and there, and work from home a little bit, which I've been working from home quite a bit, so I can't complain. It's been real nice. The new job move has been working out really well.
Good.
Nice.
So
My dad even called to ask, where the fuck is Graham working out? He get fired again? I'm like, no, Dad. He didn't ask. He did call to ask where you been, but he didn't ask if you got fired.
okay, I was like, first off, you can
Just
tell
'cause-
that fucking old man, I've never been fired. Okay, ever in my life, never been fired. Fucking Andy.
quit mutually.
That's right. We agreed to disagree on my employment. Okay.
No, but he asked about you because he didn't recall when you mentioned where you went to work. And I was like, I don't know if we really discussed it. We just
No, it's-
know.
You told him, right?
Yeah.
Where it was.
Whether I
yeah.
told him the right name, but
Yeah, it's a little company called EPS. I worked there
yes,
a
nailed
couple
it,
times
Dad.
before. So I left one time to go to a company to try to get some more money. It didn't work out great. And then the next time I left is they didn't have long-term or short-term disability, and I needed it for my heart transplant. So I was gone for about 4 years, and one of my really good buddies down there, who's now the co-owner, came knocking and was like, hey, we have this stuff now. We'd really like you to come back if you're interested. So came to terms, and it's been a great move so far. It's great working with those guys again. Even when I left, I was sad having to leave those guys, and it's been a really good move. So it's gone great. So can't complain.
I love it.
And not all of us can be at one job for 20 years like Drew. So how
No,
many
I
years is it
left.
now?
I left for a year and a half.
Okay, that doesn't really count though. I didn't realize. It
I
was
mean,
that long.
I worked with the same product. I worked for a value-added partner of the parent company.
I didn't realize it was for that long. I thought it was for less than that.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm confusing that with our friend Joel, who left for I
Could
think
be.
6 months to go to Convergent, and they had him running service calls at like 11 o'clock at night in Indiana, and he was like, "I'm not doing this anymore."
Oof.
So,
Yeah.
but anything else you guys want to talk about, or we want to kick right into the topic? Taylor's got something.
I want to mention something. Graham and I played a wonderful game this weekend.
Drew, we got to get you to play this game.
You won't want to join us sometime. It's called Peak. It is a stupid. It's been around for a few months, but it's a stupid, just little cooperative hiking game that it's fun. It's just stupid fun.
It's a lot of fun. You're helping each other climb a mountain essentially, and there was apparently Taylor found out it was a special thing just for the weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
Where we found this bugle, and it's the first time we got it. It was called the Mystery Bugle, and
Like the cracker thing or the musical instrument.
A musical instrument.
the instrument. And we get to the top of like the first level of the mountain, and I was like, we were at another statue. And I was like, well, do we have to play this bugle here? I don't know what this thing does. And he's like, well, let's go ahead and do it. And I knew I started to play it when I first got it, but you could see like a loading bar start and like the music started getting really loud. I'm like, whoa, let's hold off on that. Let's figure out what this thing is first. So we get to the top of the first stage and he was like, go ahead and play it. So I went in and played it, and the loudest rock, like party music, just started playing everywhere. Money was floating down from the sky. Like there was a laser light show in the distance above the clouds.
It
It was
stupid.
absolutely insane. So we did it again. We were on the beach and we couldn't see it the first time because we were too high up. Giant like people landed off the beach in the ocean, were like dancing and doing a dance party. And I was like, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen. It was out of nowhere.
Okay, I have to tie into this. And it's, you were on my, it was the dumbest thing. So we were traveling, I don't know if we were going to Ohio or coming home. A couple kids had to pee, so we stopped at this gas. We were coming to Ohio for a fact because there was ice cream at this gas station, like a whole store. And I go in the bathroom with the boy, and we go to pee, and I'm washing my hands, and by the door is a giant red button that says, do not press.
Well, yeah, you got to press.
But I'm like, why is it in the bathroom? Is this like the old gas shut off? But that should be under a lid, and it should have, it's gas, so it should have a yellow type, enclosure. These are codes, right? So Dean's like, I don't think we should push it. And I'm like, the adult in the room. So there's another guy in this room. He's standing at the urinal taking a piss, and the lights go out completely. Like, they're gone. I'm like, oh, shoot. And then, so all of a sudden you start hearing like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, huh? And then you're, and this fucking disco ball starts coming down from the ceiling, and then it starts spinning, and lights are going, to all this music, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wash my fucking hands, and I'm gonna get out of here. This guy's probably pissed all over himself.
That's gonna be one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
It was awesome.
They put that in there.
So we go from there to get ice cream, and the women come out, and I'm like, by chance, did you guys have a big red button in the bathroom that said "Do not push"? Yeah, I thought it was really weird. I was like, you should go push it. It was so much fun. But not a bugle, but I mean, just a.
That's great.
Like, what the hell is this? It was great.
So, if this tells you anything, Drew, you've heard like it's a joke that like if you put a couple guys in an empty room with like a basketball or some kind of ball, they can keep themselves entertained for like hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Literally, you can have like nothing in there, but somehow we'll find a way to entertain ourselves. So in the game lobby, before you load into it, it's an airport. And the story is you're flying to this destination, but you crash land and you're trying to survive on this mountain island. Well, they have in this airport, they have like 4 basketballs, because I think it's up to 4 players co-op, and a basket and a hoop, and you can like shoot the basketballs in the hoop. Well, Taylor threw one of them at me, and it knocked me down, knocked my character down. Once we found that out, we spent an hour at the end of the play session playing dodgeball over that whole thing. That's all we did for an hour, was just throw the basketballs at each other for an hour. And honestly, that was probably one of the funnest moments of the whole gaming session. It was so much fun.
I like it.
It reminded me of like Halo, when you've played for a while and then you just start doing the most asinine, stupid shit to each other. Because just that's what it was. It was, we had kind of burned ourselves on the actual game, and we didn't want to get off yet, so we just started playing dodgeball with the basketballs. It was great. So, but yeah, you have to get that game and try it with us. It's a lot of fun. So I think you'd enjoy it a lot.
I'd be down.
Yeah, it's only like $8 or something. So
yeah, I'm not sure how much it is. I got it for pretty cheap because I think it was on sale, and I bought it at the same time as Phasmophobia, which is another one you need to get to play with us. Is Phasmophobia. It's a fun one too.
Play with me.
it's a spooky game.
Yeah, I showed what a coward I was when we played.
I'm just an idiot because I don't know any of that ghost stuff. So I'm just I like anybody that I've played with, I defer to them because they know more about the ghost stuff. I may have an idea, but hell if I should know.
But it was funny because you go in and you can like set up a camera inside, and then you have a trailer that's a safe spot outside of the house that somebody can watch the camera. So Taylor kept going back in and out doing the mission stuff and like trying to find the ghost or whatever. And he'd come in and there's a sanity meter. And he'd come back out and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go in now?" I'm like, "No, I think I got the monitor here." He goes, "Really need you to go in. I'm almost insane. It's your turn." And I'm like, "No, I can watch the monitor. It's fine. I don't have to be by the ghosts." So that's a fun game too. It's a wild game. So yeah, we got to get you on to play some of this stuff, dude. So it's been a long
Sure.
time since we've all just played a game together. So, all right.
Oh, show.
Want to go ahead and get into our topic then?
Let's do it. Let's do
Topic
it.
time.
So the topic was mine, I think, and
Yes.
as long as I remember correctly, it is the best gift you've ever received and the best
Yes.
gift you've ever given.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the part. Oh God, I have
If
to think
you
about that part.
received and given, I said it can't be your kids. That's bullshit. And if you cheat on us and go with the heart, I know it's a big deal.
I'm not. That was one of the rules I
Okay.
put on myself, is I could not use that one. It's tied into
Okay.
it, but it's not the heart.
Well, sure, but yeah, I'm looking for something fun and not life changing.
Well, mine's
I
not
get-
totally fun, and it's kind of life changing.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
It's fine.
perfect. Perfect. So, if we could round robin, we could do like received, and then we could do given on the second
yeah,
round.
because I need to think about I'm awful at giving gifts, so I don't know what the best gift I've ever given is.
Okay, so we'll go with received first. Cool. All right. So mine is so first off, I feel sorry for my wife because like I'm an adult. If I want something, I kind of save up and I go
Same
get it.
here.
So, but she always finds a way to give me some thoughtful things. But I'm going to go back to my childhood because it's one of the most memorable, but not because it's the greatest gift I've ever gotten, but just I really, really, really wanted Virtue Cop for the Sega Saturn. I loved it in the arcade. It was so much fun. And then I remember at the movie store called Video Pursuit on Morse Road, they had it sitting up on this shelf, and it was a used copy, but I couldn't find a new one anywhere. Like Toys R Us, Children's Palace, didn't exist. I couldn't find it. So I told Mom that's what I wanted. I said, "Hey, it's over here." So go in there like a week later, it's gone, and I'm like, "Go, Mom!" I assume she got it for me, so she did. I remember Christmas opening it, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna shoot so many crappy virtual bad guys, right? And so I open it up, and it's a little dingy. She's like, "Why is that so dirty?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a used copy." Dude, that poor chick, she's like in tears. I got you a used present on Christmas. Like, I knew it was used. It's what I wanted. It's the only place in the world I could find the thing. But it bothered her so much that she got me a used gift. But I remember I played not only Virtue Cop, then I got like House of the Dead 2. I got Area 51, which eventually that was probably my favorite light gun game of all time. I could literally just aliens. That's one of my favorite gifts I ever get, just because of my mother crying over something I just didn't care about because I was just a
Yeah.
happy child.
That's a good one.
Yep. So Taylor, give Graham more time. Give him
Yes.
more time.
Yes. I think I have the answer, but yes.
Oh,
please.
that's all right. So yeah, I had to think of it because I'm kind of like you, Drew. It's like I get this from my dad, where it's like, oh, I really don't need anything, and so I generally don't get a lot of gifts from people. But I think especially last couple years, for me, and this is something that I just kind of fell into as a thought process, is that I like to just get people gifts just because, like not necessarily like, oh yeah, okay, get something. There's no reason for it. Just, oh, here you go. Even if it's something minor, like, oh, I've got something extra. Do you want it? Like, I was showing a coworker, Graham, with the one shot that you came over, those purple lights. I was showing a coworker, and she was like, "Oh, those are really cool purple lights." I was like, "Oh, do you want them?" Like, I'm not gonna They were like $9. Do you? And she was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I could use them." I was like, "Okay," just random things like that. So in doing so, I think people have been more kind of like, here's stuff that they'll pass to me, but there's a very long stretch where that wasn't happening. So I'm gonna go way back, childhood as well, and it was Christmas and it was going to my dad's, and we opened presents. I don't remember exactly what all the presents were, but the previous Christmas I had gotten Mega Man 2, 3, and 4.
That's a tough one to beat right there.
I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, like I love those games. Mind you, my 3 and 4 are probably my favorite of the three, but regardless, it's like, oh, okay, and then the following year I was like, okay, but then he was like, okay, you got, why don't you go take a shower or something? I don't remember what it was, but he had in the bathtub 2 presents hidden. One of them was a thing of Monopoly that we would always we would play board games and stuff, and it was like, okay. The other thing was a telescope, and
okay,
and I always really appreciated the telescope thing. I didn't probably use it as much as I could have, but I just something about the night sky like that. That gift always just kind of looking up and stuff. It also makes me think of my grandfather, because I remember I would go out with him, feed raccoons, and he'd point out stuff at the night sky and
That's
stuff.
cool.
So it's always
the mobster one.
yeah. yeah.
You see that constellation there? That's
It's
Tony. He swims with the fishes.
That reminds me of the time we beat up the Albanians at the circus. Yeah.
It's all for just rent money. Come on now. Let's keep it above board.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But yeah, so no, I would say, yeah, even though it's much less, it was more of just just kind of how it ties in with just the night sky and everything.
For sure.
Connects.
Sure, absolutely.
Stuff. So
That's a nice one.
Yeah. All right, Graham.
Over
to use.
I mean, I've gotten some cool stuff over the years. I got a dirt bike one year. That was awesome. A couple years ago, my cousin who works in video games out in California, she sent me through her husband. She can sometimes get like heavily discounted PlayStation Studio games. And so she was sending me like, hey, do you have any of these games here? And they're all PS5 games. This isn't mine. I'm just bringing up another one. And I was like, hey, I don't have a PS5. I have bills. It's not really a priority. And so she got my aunt, like my mom, and even my wife paid part of it in, and they all chipped in and got me one a couple years ago. That was super cool for them all to do that together. But I would have to say probably the best one I ever got was, like I said, it's tied to the heart, but it's not the heart. With me having to take time off work and for the transplant, and still trying to work out the short-term disability, which doesn't pay a whole lot, honestly. Life still goes on. Some friends of ours, mutual friends of ours, put together a GoFundMe, and a lot of people contributed, more people than I ever would have imagined. People I didn't know, and generated a substantial amount of money that they gave to us, and it got us through that, pretty much that whole process, and that whole year essentially supplemented our income and helped us keep our bills paid. And so I'd have to say that's probably the best one I've ever received, just to have people come out of the woodwork and help. Like no explanation, nothing. Ton of anonymous donors, like sending large amounts of money. It was mind blowing and extremely humbling. I'm very thankful for that, and that was kind of a perspective changing moment in life. Like to see the good in people, and it makes you want to be able to help in the future do that as well, kind of pay that back to somebody else. So I'd have to say that's probably the best thing I've ever received. Was that it was life changing. I know you wanted it to be fun and not like that, but
It is. No,
I have to go
was
with
fun.
that one. So I have to do that one. But
it's a good one. All right, so we're gonna switch over to given. Best gift given. So I'm gonna cheat. I have two. They both mean a lot to me. So, um, my sister and I were both living out of state from my parents, and we were both my sister and I were going through a tough time. So we were talking quite a bit. I'm like, I was gonna go up north, go see the old folks, and she's like, oh, I'd love to do that. I was like, okay, great. I was like, when can you? She's like, well, I don't have the money. I was like, never. I don't care. I was like, I'll pay for it. So it's like, no. I was like, look, I'm good. Like, I want to do this. I want to see you too. So I called my dad and I'm like, hey, I'm coming up to visit. I was like, I'd like to surprise mom. It's been, probably about 2 years. I was like, let's surprise her. Meet me at like Pizza House. I was like, but, don't tell her. Just say you're going to go meet like Marty. Something she'll hate, hate to go do because, she doesn't like socializing very much. But Marty, if you ever listen, it's all right. Anyways, mom's just a homebody, man. She really is. So, but I don't tell dad shit about my sister coming. So, dad does a great job. He's a trooper, right? He's super jacked. He's got her. She's gonna get in the field. So, they walk in and I come around the corner, I just hug her from behind. She's like, oh, she's crying, hugging me and shit. I'm like, hi mom, love you. And she, Andy, did you know? He's like, well, yeah, right. I'm the one. You see, like he's a little proud of himself, right?
Yeah.
Well, then my sister comes in from the other side and hugs dad from behind, and then mom, then it's like super waterworks. Now dad's the smile's gone. Now he's freaking crying. I'm like, got him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So, I think that was like the first time we were together in like 7 years.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So that was a good one. And then the other, Megan and I were, my wife and I were dating at the time. And I remember a conversation with Jeff Lefevre. And he was telling me, he goes, so is Megan going to go back to school? I was like, well, I assume, I know she wants to. She's too smart to not go. Well, I'm not going to stand in her way of, whatever she wants to pursue. And, that, for such an awkward guy, that one kind of stuck with me. So when she was talking about wanting to go back to school to get her teaching degree, I was like, all right, well, yeah. And I just remember she had like an old shitty laptop, and I had to help put that together. Her brother and her sister-in-law gave me 2 broken laptops, said, hey, can you make one laptop for Kyle's sister, who I'd never met? So I put this laptop together, got it running real good, and she's still using this thing like 7 years later, 8 years later, and I'm like, oh, what a trooper laptop this was. So she's signed back up for school, and I'm like, we were dating a few months. It's like, she needs a laptop. Again, I don't want to stand in the way, so I went and got her a nice Ultrabook touch screen, because who doesn't like touch screens when you're doing papers, right? Mechanical drawings or searching paper, it's so nice just to touch.
Yep.
Dude, and I took her old laptop and I like hit it, and I had to sit up in the spot. I thought it'd take her like 30 seconds longer to notice, but like it was like a simple one, but it was like a gesture of, just an early relationship, but it was lovely. And, when she graduated, she still rocked that thing. And I just recently replaced it with a new to her laptop because, gosh, things are expensive, especially when you have kids. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that was a good one. Because, now she's got a degree and she's doing great. So, teaching.
I could give you credit too. The last PC I had before you brought this one up, you gave to me on my birthday, and that's the first time I've had a desktop, and I think I was living with my grandparents the last time I had one. It's how long ago it was, so thank you for that too.
Yeah.
So you hooked me up there. You've hooked me up several times, which I appreciate, so thank you. So,
absolutely.
That was
I've
awesome.
given a lot of computers away, man. It's a fun talent to have, I guess, like the ability to find cheap stuff and make a really cool working computer. How are the girls liking it, by the way?
They haven't been able to use it much. I'm still working on the monitor, so But they're gonna love it when they get it going. They haven't shut up about it. So, but I'm expecting that's going to be fixed at Christmas. So, well, not in the way you think. So,
You got yourself a new one.
well, no, I think. So what I did is my mother-in-law asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, well, I can send her all this dumb stuff that I don't really need. I was like, I'm trying to buy a new monitor. I was like, if you could just give me some money towards that. And she's, well, what kind are you looking at? So I sent her just a couple of examples that were pretty affordable, nothing crazy. And she sent back and she was like, well, whether it's through money or just a monitor, we'll get it one way or the other. And I was like, so I don't know what that means. But I know once that happens, they will also have a monitor. So, but Dad needs a new one too. So, sorry.
Daddy's got to pay bills.
They're getting other very, very nice Christmas presents they're going to be happy about. So,
so even though Britt gets them, you know what they are?
For the most part, she keeps me up to date.
Okay.
For the most part. There's sometimes I'm totally surprised. Like, I'm like, oh, cool. But there are a couple things I have to go help her get. So I know that is not all of them. I'll still be surprised a little bit on Christmas Day. Oh, cool. Yeah. Mom did a good job, huh?
Wow. I bought that, huh?
Well, I will say in my defense, every time they're like, thanks, Dad, I'm like, don't thank me. So it used to be you could thank Santa. Now it's not the case anymore. So, but that stopped last year.
Why don't they thank Santa?
They started to catch on to it.
Catch on to what?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm going to start calling you Cyber Santa with the amount of computers you give away. So that's your new nickname, Cyber Santa. I don't know what a gun fingers has to do with
I don't know. Shooter.
Shooter. All right, Taylor. What about you, bud?
Actually, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Graham. I to think about it, I
have one if you'd rather me go.
Well, but the thing is this is kind of my nature with gifts, particularly giving stuff. I'll give stuff to people, but I have a really hard time remembering it.
That's where I am at. I can't remember half the stuff I've given, honestly.
Well, it's partly my mechanism for keeping myself in check, so I don't make I've given you all these things and you've given, so I don't have that in my head, because I know when I was younger, I used to do that. Like when I was a kid and everything, it would turn into just a checklist, or a tally sheet of a ledger of some sort of, hey, well, you've given me these things, well, shoot, I need to match that. And it's not necessarily that you should match it by, I try to do it through like actions or the one thing I could think of, and it's not, and it is probably a bit of a cop out. There is somebody that I knew in college that I came back after I had studied, and then I was finishing up my last year at Bowling Green, and we had a very personal heart-to-heart about things, particularly about his life on stuff. Fast forward about 10 years later, he had sent me a random message. He was like, Taylor, I want to thank you for the advice you gave me during that conversation and stuff. And I don't remember a damn word of what I had said.
Hey, no problem, buddy.
But it was just like, I'm glad that whatever I said to you worked out in that moment. But like, I can't really, I think part of it's as well is that I try to do more of the little random gifts of just kind of like, oh, here's something, that, you kind of mention or something, or just something oddball and stuff. It's like, here you go. Here's that. And, that's kind of how I operate. I used to focus a lot more on giving gifts to my siblings and stuff, but I couldn't really tell you all the random things I've given them and stuff. So I just, it's a little bit of an oddity, I guess, in that regard. But it's that easy come, easy go.
Oh, your wife's texting me, Graham. This is interesting.
Oh, you're
God.
in trouble.
Keep going,
No,
Graham.
no,
I'll,
no,
I'll
no,
deal
no,
with
no. I
this.
need to know what's going on right now. This is
You just
unsettling.
Taylor, that's beautiful though. I think it's
Uh,
beautiful. It's sometimes it's the little things that matter the most.
well, that or, it's the little things that we just don't really count on.
Sure.
Like, and it's, and that's, I, I feel that's kind of, for a very long time, I went by the principle of in Futurama where Bender meets God, so to say, and he's like distraught because the people that were living on him all died, and he was like, he's like, what do I, how do you make it work? And he's like, well, you know what, you've done good if everybody doesn't know you've done anything at all, kind of thing, like paraphrasing it, but like that's kind of how I go. It's like, hey, try not to. If people are going to be how they are, I'll try to brighten your day as best as I can. But so
You get that. That's nice. All right. I just texted my wife and asked, "What are you texting Drew?" And I heard her laugh. I heard her laughing from upstairs, and she said, "Leave me be." I don't like that you two have each other's numbers. It's unsettling.
It's cool.
I don't like where this is going.
It's cool.
Yeah, especially with that shit-eating grin you've had this whole time. It's not very. It's not making me feel very confident.
I could go with the easy one that everybody knows that you should, learn what foreplay is, but no, it's She said you were bossing us around too much at the beginning, and I told her it's because we mess with you way too much in these podcasts.
Oh, is that really all it is? Because if I know her, it's the meanest, most degrading thing she pulls no punches, and I don't blame her. In fact,
gotta keep you in line somehow.
my buddy who brought me back to EPS, who's now part owner, that's one of the reasons he loves her is the shots she takes at me. He thinks it's absolutely hilarious. She's a killer. You gotta watch out. She'll get you. So funny. I wonder if this is part of what she's texting. I doubt it. Because I could not think of anything. I texted her earlier when we were talking and I said, "What is the best gift I've ever given you?"
Literally not even in there. It was literally the simplest thing.
And I said, "It's for the podcast." And so when we were dating one year, I can't remember, I think it was for Valentine's Day. I could be wrong. I have a terrible memory. This is why I can't remember what I give stuff. It's just my memory is completely shot. I can't remember anything. One year I made her a book when we were dating, and I took the letter of her name, like all the different letters of her name, and I made a page where I wrote like, I think it was like part of a poem and then a blurb about like what I liked about her or whatever. And I had it formatted really nicely, and I took and had it spiral bound and gave it to her. And she said that's probably the one thing that stood out to her was doing that when we were dating. So unfortunately, I can't remember anything else, so we're gonna have to go with her word.
You should make another one and make it a naughty version.
A naughty version? I'd like that. Yeah. That was before she started taking mad shots at me all the time. So
yeah, and then I just told her that she needs to make you go buy some Christmas gifts that she's letting you off too easy.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that works out. Yeah. So she's put up with worse, trust me. So yeah, that would probably be mine. Doing that, and then I've always tried to be kind of creative about stuff. Like when I proposed to her, one of her favorite restaurants.
Great story.
There's a lot to this. It makes it a great story. One of her favorite restaurants at the time, and it still kind of is, but not as much anymore. Part of it's the cost, was Cheesecake Factory. So what I did is I planned and like I talked to the staff there about that I was coming in to do this. And I asked them if they would let me borrow one of their menus so I can kind of get the formatting down. And I went and did you help me with it, Drew? Is this what it was? Okay. That's what I thought.
I went with you to the Cheesecake Factory, and I think Jared helped you with the art side of it.
That makes sense. Him being, a creative designer and stuff.
Yeah.
So we got a menu, and in the menu I had Jared edited to where like that day's special cheesecake was like a will you say I cheesecake or something like that. And it was essentially the proposal in it. So we're eating dinner or whatever, and we get through it, and like the dessert comes, and they bring out these special menus then for dessert and set it down. And Brittany's looking through it, and she sees the special one, and she goes, "Oh, that one looks good," and doesn't even read it. And she like flips it and starts to hand it back, and the waitress is standing there like, "Are you sure that's the one you want?" And she opened it up again. She's like, "Yeah, this one, the special. That sounds fine or whatever." And she goes, "Did you want to read it?" And it took like 30 seconds for her to realize what it said. So then by the time that happened, I was getting out of the booth, and as I stood up to get the ring out, I dropped it and it like clattered 5 rows away or something like that. So it was all very sweet in the end. But so yeah, I always try to be a little more interesting about it or do something a little more special that she'll remember. So, and I'm sure there's other things I've given that were good. I just can't remember them. So, oh God, she's texting me a lot right now. And I think she texted Drew's whole conversation. I'm not the one that made it. I'm not the one that said it. You best edit my text to you out of that pod. It's not coming out of the podcast.
Oh, gracious.
If she yelled at me there, I can't hear her. So she just texted me divorce. Oh my God, we're gonna have to clip whole segments of this thing out.
Yeah, let's see here. What time stamp are we here? All right, it's about at the
like 40
minute mark.
42, yeah, somewhere around there.
40-minute mark. Don't worry, Brittany. Somebody will take care of you.
Okay.
I think that's the nice thing about giving in particular, right? Is and I think that's what I had to train myself is that whole, you're giving them the ability to have that experience of joy and whatnot, and you're maybe recognizing it and trying to remember it or something, but not necessarily logging it in as a kind of similar to like with karma. And like I don't like the idea of karma because I think that that's an unhealthy way of observing things. Well, to be like, well, if I do this good thing, something good will happen for me. And I don't think that's not, I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's right. Because I think that if you do a good thing and then a bad thing happens, you start to train yourself to be like, well, I'm just not going to do a good thing because,
I joke about karma. I really don't believe in it.
Yeah, same here.
I do as well. It's just, but I think with just giving gifts and just that kind of thing, it's kind of the not having that, because you can see it in certain ways where some people might be like, well, oh, you've got this gift. Well, you need to match how good of a gift. For
sure.
And it's like, that's not how that works. Right?
Well, kind of speaking of it, like you said, I'm surprised I don't remember more because the fun of it is just seeing the reaction of that person. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it so much fun. One of the things I got her this year, it's nothing crazy, but like, I think she's really going to like it. And I'm like giddy to see her open it. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm excited for, is to see her reaction when she opens it. And I think that's what makes it so much fun. So
it's probably because it's more
work to do there.
What?
It's editing work.
Editing work.
What I said was nothing.
No, but the interjection. I know. I think I have an idea what you're going for.
I was going to interject quite a bit.
I'm not even going to bother with just. But I think maybe because it is a more of a passive, less impressionable thing, because you are watching somebody else go through that as opposed to yourself, which might be why it's a little harder for you and I to have that stick in our noggin. I mean, you have your own.
I just have a terrible memory, and ever since the transplant, it's been worse. But I've also read somewhere that like they've done, I don't know if it's just study, I don't know if it was studies or just people seeing it. Like it's crazy to watch your kids watch other kids unwrap gifts. Like, it's not even theirs, and they still get super excited. They're like, especially when they're younger, they get so pumped. They're so excited to see those. They're not even theirs, and they're so excited for it. So I think it's just a fun thing, all around. Because kids will get pumped about watching another kid unwrap gifts. So
Heck, I get pumped still seeing the kid open that Nintendo 64.
well, that's a classic. Yeah, that is a classic for sure. We were all that
It's
kid.
been
at
a
one
long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah, we were all that kid at one time. I think that's part of it too. Is like, yeah, I'm that little kid. You know what I mean? I would have been over the freaking moon. So,
Nice.
All right. Well, did we cover this one pretty well, you think? We're going to go ahead and
beat
move into
to
the
death.
top three. I like it. So the top three tonight is mine. Something Drew mentioned in a previous episode made me think of it when he was discussing Farmville. And I thought it tied in kind of nice to this time of year because everybody's buying stuff. It's Christmas. And I kind of blurred the genre a little. It was going to be top three craziest, like, spending crazes. But now I think I'm also going to allow like top three craziest fads as well. So it can be either. I thought this should be kind of fun to revisit some of these insanely stupid fads and like spending crazes that have happened in our lifetime. And so I guess I'll go ahead and go first. I'm going to start with one I'm sure we're all familiar with. Tickle Me Elmo. Does everybody remember the stupidity craze of Tickle Me Elmo?
I sure do. I remember seeing in a store and saying, "This is the dumbest
it
thing
was
ever."
the stupidest toy on earth.
What pervert's not going to be like tickling Elmo in the wrong spot? Like, horrible idea, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Family Guy has done gags about it as well, maybe a couple times.
Well, absolutely.
But I just remember, I can't even remember what year it was now. We were kids. I think we were maybe middle school, high school age when it was going
I think
on.
middle school. I think it came out in the 90s.
And it just was people fist fighting over a fucking red doll. I was like, this is insane to me. So that's going to be my first one. It's not, these aren't ranked in any order. But yeah, Tickle Me Elmo was absurd.
There's a side story to Tickle Me Elmo that hit my mind just now. There was a kid whose dad got him Tickle Me Elmo, and the kid's like, I didn't want this. I wanted a Buzz Lightyear. And so
that being a huge thing too.
The dad, well, it wasn't nearly as big. So the dad traded that Tickle Me Elmo, which was going for insane money. He traded someone straight up for a Buzz Lightyear, so he'd get the kid what he wanted.
Really? Maybe I'm confusing real life.
That was in the newspaper.
That was in the newspaper.
The newspaper. Well, if you think about it, there's a whole Arnold Schwarzenegger movie about this premises. Is it Jingle All the Way?
Jingle All the
Isn't
Way.
it?
Great
Yeah.
movie. Hated the movie growing up, but it's grown on me quite a bit. As a parent, I think it hits different.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's the one I'm going to kick us off with is Tickle Me Elmo.
All right. I go second. Tickle Me Elmo was on my list. So
I was afraid of that.
I will go to another one that is, I'm going to stick in the same genre, the Furby.
Yep, that's on my list too. I had 8, so
yeah,
I can pick another
ridiculous.
You had 8, and then I came across
I
came across a stash of Furbies at Goodwill recently, and the models that they had were not the high dollar ones.
Are there still high dollar Furbies?
Yeah, there's still some high dollar Furbies.
God, that makes me sick in humanity, honestly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Furbies, because that was one I didn't understand. Like, it was like you sort of trained the thing and it did different noises. Bluey kind of had an episode with the thing Scatterbot. Scatterbot was kind of a riff on Furby.
Well, I remember like my mom was obsessed with Furbies at one time. I don't know how much my aunt and them got into it, but I know my mom for a while was like really into Furbies. Had to make sure all the kids had a Furby, and it always made me think of the Gremlin before it got wet. That's the thing I always thought of when I thought of it. I was like, this is don't get it wet, guys, because it's going to turn into the gremlin. It was one of those things. It's when it came out, it was kind of neat and cool and different. I just don't understand like adults going crazy for it. You know what I mean? And part of it is fueled by the children. Like, oh, I gotta have the Furby. I gotta have it. Same thing with Tickle Me Elmo. But I don't think there's a toy on earth that my kids would want that I would go fist fight someone in a store over. You know what I mean? It's sorry, kid. You got a house and food. So
You better hope your mom does it, because I'm not buying you shit
because
anyway.
I'm not buying you anything. Here's $50. Go find something. So, yeah, Furbies is a good one. I had that one on my
That's
list
a
for
good
sure. So,
Oh boy. All right, my go. So Graham and I were talking about this a little bit before you had popped on, Drew. And well, I would say that a lot of these spending crazes happen because people don't understand investing in assets. Except for they do on a minor scale when they try to do it in a nostalgic sense of, well, I like this thing, so it's totally going to be worth a whole bunch of money in the future because we saw, like Retro Road Pickers or Antique Road Shop and all these things. So yeah, it'll be a great, easy way to get rich quick kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I lead that off to say my first craze spending thing, because I did not necessarily, so I guess it's a fad, but NFTs,
yeah,
the
we talked about
non-fungible
Oh, God.
tokens.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
it. Yep.
When I have to Google what something is, you know it's stupid, because I know all the stupid stuff.
Yeah,
This is
the
just
NFTs were. I have no words for it. It was
it's just stupefied.
yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as it came out, too, I was like, "What the hell are they doing?" I was like, "You're buying what? And at what cost? And it's going
I
to
will-
prove it value, appreciate?" No, it's not. There's no way.
Right. It's all just the whole speculative market of, oh yeah, this thing is super rare. It's a picture. It's all mine. It's only for me, and it's hideous, but it's mine, and everybody will love it. And
Screenshot. I have one now.
Well, and
Okay.
I think that's the thing that blew my mind that I could not like really make the dots connect in my head was like, if you have an old, painting that's a physical copy of something that's the original, yes, that's worth something. That's a physical thing that exists in the real world. But it's a digital asset. I steal digital assets every day. You know what I mean? Copy, save to hard drive. Copy,
Oh, the
save to
FBI,
hard
he's
drive.
recording VHS tapes.
You didn't hear that. That was my grandmother, and she's too old to go to jail. All right. But that was the thing that the disconnect to me. It was like, well, it's a non-fungible token, and nobody else can have this exact one. It's like,
Well,
but it doesn't exist,
right.
other than a
that's-
set of ones and zeros.
You're pinging on probably the biggest part of that is that it is a digital thing that we are creating faux scarcity about
Yeah.
because
Yes.
we wish to make value out of it. It is basically like making mud pies and selling them at your little sand lot
Yeah.
stand.
But at least I have that mud pie and it's real. And like, this is the only mud pie that has this one side creased. You know what I mean? Whereas an NFT is like, it's literally just ones and zeros. That's all it is. I don't understand it.
I wish I would have pulled it out. I have somewhere buried in one of my pictures of, yes, an NFT.
Not on
no.
camera. Not on camera.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. A lot of editing tonight, Drew.
But oh no, I have a screenshot of that. He comes, especially in the screenshot, he's a goober. But the Troy Baker, he tried to jump onto the NFT things, and he had something about how it's making it for the artists, and I'm like, this is shut up.
Yeah.
It's a
I haven't
picture.
heard about those in ages now too.
Same
Like,
here. No,
Other than
it's-
I spent $120,000 on this NFT and now it's
worthless.
$200.
Yeah,
It's too
worthless.
fucking bad too. That's what it is.
Yep. So, but yeah, that's one of mine. So,
All right.
Love it.
So here's one that I know at least two of us absolutely loved at the time, but looking back on it as an adult makes zero sense to me, and that is Pogs.
Oh,
you're a kid-
great one.
When you're a kid, Pogs are incredible. I mean, you get all these collectible little discs, these, some metal, some hard plastic slammers. You're losing Pogs, gaining Pogs by playing. You got tubes, and it was super cool. You loved it. And then as an adult, you're like, we were trading cardboard back and forth, like that don't even have the value of cards, like baseball cards and stuff, which is a whole nother topic right there. People trading literally just cardboard. But Pogs, I still don't understand how they sold as well as they did. They were super cool as kids.
I still have all my Pogs.
nice.
You think they're worth anything?
Oh no, absolutely not. In fact, like I never got some of the McDonald's ones, but the Power Rangers I remember specifically. Never. I've ordered them twice off eBay, and every time it's like $4 for the set, right?
Oh, I'm
Every
not
time I
surprised.
get it, the guy's like, "Hey man, I can't find them, so I'll just refund you your money." It's like, oh, one day I'm gonna finish that damn Power Ranger set of the McDonald's Pog, but like. I still have, I had the special slammer that smells like bubblegum. I make sure it's
Lord.
sealed. It still smells like bubblegum to this day.
Yeah, we got a Pog head.
It's
in there.
incredible. It's not
I can't.
bubblegum. It's scented rubber. I probably have cancer in all my fingers
Probably.
from holding
Yeah,
it, but
Probably.
Well, no, so because here I don't chew bubble gum and stuff, but like I wasn't allowed to as a kid because of my ear.
oh, okay.
Well, because of my ear, so the surgeries and
Yeah,
everything.
it's all connected.
And well, yeah, and so I
it
remember
really is. That wasn't a joke.
No, yeah, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. But the I think it was the third surgery or something they had for the general anesthetic, gum. How about bubblegum? Bubblegum scented, so I can still taste it to this day. Children, don't ever do that. Like, it is. It's
sounds
like it's.
horrible.
Oh, it's so vile. Like, I will forever. My brain will be like, oh yes, bubblegum.
I always had strawberry. They would give me the strawberry anesthesia
No.
when I was younger. But if you guys remember, do you remember, was it amoxicillin? Used to be able to get it in the bubblegum flavor, the pink. I remember because anytime I went to the dentist, I always had to drink it before, just in case, because your teeth are connected to your heart in a very serious way. If you get an infection in your teeth, it can cause a lot of heart issues. So I always had to take amoxicillin, which is
It's an antibiotic, isn't it?
Antibiotic, thank you. Yes, it's an antibiotic. I always had to drink it before I had my teeth cleaned or anything done at the dentist. And they had a bubblegum flavored one when I was a kid. I think they still do. Man, I would drink that stuff like water. I just, oh yeah, it was so good. So, but yeah, I remember that. But when it came to anesthesia, I always got the strawberry. They're like, do you want the strawberry? Or when I was like, yeah, give me the strawberry. Let's do the strawberry, please. So I can't imagine that being like your memory of bubblegum.
Yeah.
Because I still like the bubblegum flavor. I enjoy it. I don't know how to how do you describe it other than bubblegum?
I don't know, it's just my mind. It's bubblegum. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how else to describe it.
It is what it is. What it is. It is.
You
what
know
it
the
is.
people that say like grape tastes like purple.
Sure.
Yeah, you've never heard. Like,
I've heard that orange. Like what's
Yeah.
orange taste like?
right.
You know.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you're absolutely right.
To me, bubblegum tastes like pink, like that iridescent pink.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's just like a very.
I can
bright
make that
pink.
connection. Yep, I can make because everything I've ever had that color has that bubblegum flavor usually. So, but I wonder if it's like a blend of like cherry and a couple other flavors that they made. Because like Dr. Pepper is a blend of several different. What is it? 21? They say
23 flavors.
whatever.
23 flavors.
I don't drink it, so
Because you're wrong.
that's fine. I'll continue to
delicious.
be wrong. It's
Delicious.
not great. It's up there with root beer, as in not tasty. and not for me.
Root beer is
So,
delicious.
No,
Yeah, he's no. What is his problem, Drew?
I'm a cola man. Cola, just give me some cola.
He's done one thing right in his whole life, so we'll forgive him.
It's fine. All right, what do you got next, Drew?
All right, I'm going to stick in the vein of toys on this one, and it's the worst craze ever. Next to Farmville, that swept my entire family, and that is Tide Beanie Babies.
Yep.
The absolute freaking insanity. Like, I remember like Christmas for like 3-4 years, my grandma would give me a Beanie Baby. I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, I needed this fucking bear with a heart thing on it. Like, super. Just what I always wanted.
Everywhere. I used to get
Yeah.
it for Christmas, and I know for sure, I'm pretty sure both my aunt and my mom were both super into Beanie Babies. I think my grandmother was
Dude,
too.
what, honest to God, what woman wasn't?
I don't
Like,
know.
there'd be stacks of them on all
Oh,
these
yeah.
houses.
You gotta
You're
collect them, bud. It's like Pokemon. You gotta
Oh.
collect them all. Alfredo the dog and Linguini the
Peace
cat.
the Bear.
and
I remember Peace the Bear, but like, it's like these SOBs, like, what else could they come up with? And like the modern version of that's those fucking Funko Pops that are, thank God, finally losing steam.
Yeah,
Thank God. I'm so sick of seeing it.
for sure.
But those damn I came across one in a box the other day. Boop, right in the trash. That could have been $1 million Beanie Baby. Boop, I put it where it belonged.
Oh, people were convinced they were going to make bank on those things.
No, I'm gonna retire on this.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, no, you're not. Yeah, I remember that one is probably the biggest one outside of Furby that I remember from my childhood is Beanie Babies. So, all right, Taylor.
Funny you mentioned that, Drew, because Funko Pops are actually on my list because those were a thing that weren't a thing when I was gone, and then came back and they were a thing, and I was very confused by them because they come across as like a stocking stuffer gift or like an auxiliary gift. Here's something, just a little whatever. Like maybe it's there to.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, oh, here's this little thing, but this is just to kind of prime you for the actual really cool gift kind of thing. And it felt like too many people put their focus on the auxiliary thing, and then we're like, oh, I need to buy thousands upon thousands of these, and then make my personality these things. And that's, people do that with a lot of different things. But, I think I have one of Dr. Wily that my brother got me, which is, whatever. But I think he was trying to make a bald joke at the time. But it's just, but it's like, it's just a kind of a small side thing that's fine. But then, because it just blew into, I mean, they're, unfortunately for the people working for that company and stuff, I think they're getting close to bankruptcy. If not, it's.
Well, I mean, they oversaturated the market. Like, they really
100%.
started flooding
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like, get this rare collectible 1 in 100,000 pieces, and it's like, oh well, that's not very rare.
So,
right.
One of my favorite YouTube producers, Papa Meat, also has the Meat Canyon channel where
Graham
he
loves
does
his meat like nobody else.
you wouldn't believe it. He did a whole history of the Funko Pops, like how they started and like their downfall and everything. And it's all very funny and tongue in cheek and his typical satirical humor. But it was pretty interesting, like to see where they started as like bigger figurines, and then they slowly like shrunk them down to these Funko Pops, and then they started infiltrating like Game Informer, or not Game Informer, but GameStops and like video game stores where they really started to sell them, and Hot Topic. And now you go into a GameStop and it's all Funko Pops. Essentially, there's like no games there anymore.
The whole store.
So, and there was an article he brought up in there that because Taylor and I were talking about this a little bit ago, that they'll have videos and they're literally like walls and walls and storage cases full of them, and just insane amount. And I think a couple of years ago, they like in a landfill dumped like $30 million worth of Funko Pops or something because they couldn't sell them. Like they just kept flooding the market so much that they couldn't even sell them and were just throwing them away. And they were under investigation for something about that. I think they were using it for like tax write-off fraud or something. It's just allegedly. Allegedly, I do not cite me, and I am not saying facts. I'm saying what I believe I remember, and my memory, as we've discussed at length, is shoddy at best.
I was going to say the worst thing whole about it is that it besmirches. How about besmirches? Besmirches the good name that is Funko, as in Funko Land. Those bastards.
Oh, it was a great game store. It was a great game store.
It was a fantastic, great. Now,
I don't remember Funko at all.
Funko Land.
Yeah, Funko Land. That's where I got Super Mario RPG. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Nice.
yeah, no, it was a good it was a good store. It was a good store. I think it ended up didn't it end up becoming GameStop? Didn't GameStop buy them or
GameStop
something
bought them
nonsense?
out. They bought them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because was it HB or something? There was another one, H&B.
KB Games.
Yes, because that eventually also was bought out by GameStop. Because I remember there used to be two. There used to be that one and GameStop, both in Polaris Mall. And then I think GameStop took over both of the spaces or something at one point. I remember going to GameStop and waiting for midnight releases back when I was a kid and stuff.
Yeah, I remember
going. I should say.
What was it? With Travis, we went down to Polaris to wait for Halo 2 midnight release to get that.
I did it for one of the I think Grand Theft Auto 3 or 4. I did it for. So, those are days of the past, things of the past now. There's still a couple. That's like I remember Black Friday sales going out, 5 a.m. on Black Friday to get in the doorbusters and all this stuff. Like that seems to all kind of disappeared now since so much stuff is online.
There's so many deaths, people being trampled.
Yeah, good thing in a way. Yeah,
it's
nice
a good thing. It's not a bad
we
thing
don't
at
have,
all. Darn, we're missing the entertainment every Black Friday.
some psycho behavior.
Yes, absolutely. I think for my last one, I'm going to go with, I don't hate it. I just always found it interesting. And it wasn't so much a spending craze as a fad, is Tamagotchi. You guys remember Tamagotchi?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
they still sell them.
That's what I thought. I thought I saw somewhere where they were still selling them, but I'm trying to remember what grade we were in, but
I was in 8th grade when it was running towards the end of its popularity. I was in the 8th grade.
But I remember everybody and people were like obsessed with caring for their Tamagotchi. So it seemed like if you didn't have one, everybody's sister had one at least. But that was always an interesting one to me too, which I know that started in Japan and came over from Japan. And I think I don't think it has as much of a culture there still now. But I think there's still kind of a Tamagotchi culture there. It's pretty much dead here. They might sell them still, but it's pretty dead here now. And I can kind of see it in the sense of like, it's a video game, really. A very small, simple video game, but as part of that,
it's like Oregon Trail, though. Eventually, you're all going to die of dysentery. So
yes, yeah, they are. Especially when I haven't touched mine in like 4 months, and I'm like, oh, it's dead. Darn.
So well,
at that point, you're so over it. You're like, I don't give a shit what this Tamagotchi does. So, but I always found that one interesting was Tamagotchi, and it's something I don't think about ever anymore.
Yeah. So my last one, I'm going to give a quick honorable mention to Jordans and sneakerheads because I don't understand it.
Talk to Jared. He's a sneakerhead.
No, go fucking figure, man. Anyways, that was a quick honorable mention because I don't understand it. I don't want that many shoes in my house. But to one that even I, as a child, got sucked into like nobody's business, and really going back to more of the original, like 10 years they did it. McDonald's Monopoly years.
Oh yeah.
Do you talk about America just getting obese. Like, oh my god, I can win a jet ski, $1 million.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go to McDonald's, Mom. Mom, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Let's go.
I remember that was a huge thing. Like,
It was huge, man.
our parents would get so serious about it too. They'd be like, "What'd you do with your ticket? Where's it at? Hand that thing over." I mean, they were like grilling you, like, no. Where's your fries? I know you had one on your fries. Where's it at?
Yep. And then your prize would be winning more fries. Get back through the drive-through. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
You know, right back, spin it around.
Absolutely.
But they still have them now, but they don't hand out the game boards and shit nowadays. Like,
Well, they got in a lot of trouble. There's a big documentary out there about how like it was essentially a giant scam, and they've had to like completely revamp how they do it now. So
I believe it because no one ever got boardwalk. Damn it, nobody.
no, I think there's literally one of them, and I think they was highly controlled who it went to was like part of it. Like it was never put out at random. Really, it was like kept within a circle or something like that. It's been years since I've watched the documentary, but it was pretty interesting. So
Those sons of bitches just
they essentially said you were never going to win it. Period. There was like no way
no
for you
one
to
won.
win it.
No one won. Your heart didn't win. The quadruple bypass you had didn't win.
Well, the doctor won.
The greatest meme I ever saw was the clown, sitting there like a little bloodied, and then you got Ronald. I've killed 5 million people, you know? Like, go Ronald. You son of a bitch.
So
He's the clown closest to my heart, and that's only because it's clogging so much. Not all the McDonald's.
He's
working on Graham's second as we speak.
I've gotten where I hate McDonald's. I actively will not eat it now. So
I will say their breakfast, they have a steak on a bagel. It's disgusting. It's like getting one of those steak burritos at the store. They're not great, but damn it, you just want to eat them.
Yeah, there's something about them that hit. I don't know what it is, but there's something about them that do hit. So, and their sausage is still, like their breakfast sausage is still one of my favorite breakfast sausages.
It's literally chemically engineered to trigger happiness in your brain.
Good. It's inject me with the chemicals. Let's do it. Because they are
straight
tasty.
to the forehead. Just
the only one I've found that's comparable on it actually is Waffle House. Waffle House's sausage patties are. I will fight a homeless person to get one in the streets.
Southern hibachi is pretty tasty.
What is it?
Southern hibachi, Waffle House. It's
oh yeah, I like that. I've heard that term. So I have a love-hate relationship with their with the not the fries,
the hash browns.
The hash browns, like. There's something about them when I eat them, I want to keep eating them, but there's something about them that also like repulse me. Like I'm kind of like fighting the urge to throw up, but I can't stop eating them. It's a very weird relationship I have with their.
They're at Bowling Green, not the main drag that goes through town, but the road that leads out to 75, right by the exit. We would always go out there like Friday nights or Saturday nights, partly because everybody's like drunk going to Taco Bell that's completely just slammed out of its gourd.
Walking to Taco Bell.
No, yeah. Like it's walking back to the campus. It would be slammed,
okay.
And it's just slammed. I mean, you're walking 6 blocks or something altogether. Like it's not that bad, but so we're like, yeah, we're not going to buy it. We're going to go to, we're just going to go here and stuff. So we would always go there. I think when Graham, you and Jared, I don't know who else may have came up, but I know at least when you two and then a few others, we went there and stuff. Yep. But we would be very obnoxious and always make sure to like put like 10 plays in a Wooly Bully or some other fucking annoying song. So it would play like just 10 times in a row and stuff and then just leave and be like... I know they probably would just...
I think it was this past summer I ate there, which was the first time in many, many years. Got up and took Brittany and the girls there, the one on the Delaware exit here off of 71. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I've never had an issue with Waffle House. Brittany does not like it, and the girls weren't super impressed. But man, I was like, let's go back. Let's get some more sausage.
No accounting
and
for taste.
I was there yesterday for breakfast.
there you
Nice.
go. Let's go get some
Nice.
repulsive but somehow still very good hash browns.
They
So-
have a cheesesteak breakfast now. Like it's just the meat. It's the Philly meat. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, can I get that? Can you throw a slice of cheese on top of that? And she's like, I can't do that. I was like, do you need help? I can just throw the cheese right on top of it. Like this isn't hard. And so it won't cook. I was like, the meat's hot, right? You're cooking it, like it'll melt in there. So she did it, and she goes to put it on my plate, and like it dumps upside down. It's like, honey, I'm sorry. I was like, it's all gonna go in and out the same anyways. Like, don't worry about it. Like,
Don't worry about
and
it.
it was delicious. It was delicious. I was like,
Nice.
spread the word, lady. It's great.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of craving some Waffle House right I would totally
Yes,
go for
yes.
some sausage and hash browns right now. Do they have gravy? I don't think I've ever had their gravy.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, they should.
It's one of the terms for the hash browns. It's smothered and covered. It's one of those.
Oh, like a gravy on top of that. Maybe that's why I've never
Mm.
had it. Because I used to get mine like capped and something with the mushrooms and whatnot.
So many
Diced.
terms.
Peppered.
I like
Yeah.
their grits, which may
Delicious.
be just a bowl of melted butter, but it's good.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, arteries
Yeah.
be damned.
I'll tell you what. The one
You
thing
don't,
I
you don't
don't.
go to Waffle House for the health.
No, you go there to see fights and eat middling breakfast food. The one thing I don't love there actually is their waffles. I'm not the biggest fan of their waffles, but I'm also not the biggest fan of waffles in general. So, or pancakes. I don't like pancakes really either.
Hmm.
So,
I like making
Oh.
pancakes.
I love
Well,
a good
I-
pancake.
I like making pancakes. I don't like eating them. Just I'd rather have a couple more sausage patties instead of that. Just let's clog it even more harder. So why have bread in there? Let's just put more meat inside me.
Yeah.
Um,
You already said it a
Had-
few times about
Not enough
getting
of that.
I already made a note for about the hour 15 mark, Drew. Just remember. All right, so my last one here. It's my right?
I kind of
Yeah,
lost
it
where
is
we're
you.
at.
It's you.
honestly.
It's you.
Okay. What was yours?
Is
Drew, what was yours again?
or
Mine was McDonald's Monopoly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So my last one here, you did have the honorable mention. I will have an honorable mention here. I think you'll appreciate this, Drew. College.
Oh shit! Yeah. What a scam. College has very specific use cases.
Yes.
It really does.
Right. No,
Other than that, it's a big giant
yeah.
scam.
It is obnoxious thing to where it's like, oh hey, how convenient. The amount of money you're going to be able to get for a loan, well, that's how much we need.
Yeah.
I got a degree in liberal arts. Congratulations.
Mm.
I'll see you at Waffle House. You'll be working there.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired! It was funny because I was telling Graham that I had this one on here as an honorable, and he was like, "You should put it as an honorable mention." I was like, "Okay," but I think I'm the only one of the three of us who has went and graduated from a college. So,
What was your degree?
it was in the more on the liberal side of things because initially I went for chemistry, and then I absolutely
Great degree. Where
Well,
you learn
no,
to
I
blow
didn't-
shit up professionally.
and I got tired of the department, so I shifted over to Asian studies, and I got that in like a year and a half.
We've all wanted to study that.
Oh Lord,
Filthy old man.
Some of us do scale the mountain, and some of us just simply observe.
Yeah, or watching from the
But-
bottom. Yeah.
So yeah, but I've like I was able to get mine taken care of. I didn't even want to go to school at first. My dad and stepmom said, well, you were going, and we're at least paying for the first year. And I'm like, well, I guess I don't really have much of a choice at this point. So, it's like Graham and I were talking about. If you know what you're going for, cool. I think part of the issue I have with it is that they will try to ensnare you into general education for the first couple of years, which I think is ridiculous. It's like we already had
You've already done 12 years of that.
K through 12. Yeah. So,
Yep.
but
Graham, did you ever
if you
go?
don't know what
Did you
Like,
You went to DeVry for a little bit, didn't you?
yeah, I was enrolled at DeVry, and I want to say the first year I was really good. I was pretty good. It was the second year that rolled around that I just screwed off the whole time and didn't actually go to class or anything. Ended up
I
dropping
can see
out.
that about you.
Yeah, it was not for me. I think part of it was I wasn't super motivated in high school and stuff, so I didn't really care then. So going to high school or college was just a bad idea in general because I wasn't motivated at all. And the other part was I went to DeVry instead of a real college, um, which was down in Columbus. I was still living at home and working after school at FedEx unloading trucks.
DeVry was that was online only, right?
It wasn't at the
I don't
time.
think so.
No, they had
It
a whole
wasn't?
campus and everything. Now, by campus, they had a building. Um, but I don't. It was called DeVry University. I think it had some kind of
We're
accreditation.
is it technical institute?
It was
or
like a
something?
technical institute. I went for computer science stuff. Thought I'd love doing that, and I got caught up in just the regular gen ed, math, and all this stuff. And I was like, this isn't what I want to learn here. I think I had one computer class the first year. I was like, this is
Hmm.
stupid. I'm wasting all this time driving down here from an hour away. Then I'm going and working until 11 or 12 o'clock at night every night at FedEx, and then going home, getting up and doing the same thing the next day. And I didn't have the discipline to do it. So
I don't remember the details of conversations we would have, but I do remember you just not enjoying it.
oh, I was miserable. I was
Yeah, you
absolutely
were not
miserable. I
having a
didn't
good
want to do
time
my
with it.
homework when I got home. I was just done.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying if I'd gone to a regular college, anything would have changed and like lived on campus, if anything would have changed. But it's hard to say.
Mm,
No use
right.
in dwelling on
So,
it.
but yeah, so that's my honorable mention is that was a bit of a glib, cheeky remark. But we kind of Drew, you kind of mentioned it a little bit um, tangentially. So mine is a little bit more of an umbrella, but it's what bankrupted Marvel back in the 90s or early 2000s was their penchant for putting out cover variants of, oh, here's this new number one issue of this new series, and doing that, and then people becoming invested in that. There was the cool 90s aesthetic of the see-through covers for like game consoles like the 64 and stuff like that, or like Apple computers and stuff, and it's like, okay, that's cool. And then somebody has that, oh, that's really cool, it'd be neat to have that. But in the same hand, oh, there's an orange one, sign me up for that one. Oh, there's a blue one, give me
It
that
was
one.
tangerine and blueberry. Oh,
How dare you?
Oh, I'm such a bastard. I don't know.
jeez.
But surprised it's not like Arctic Burst and Supernova or something ridiculous.
Oh,
But
that's-
right, yeah.
That's
So-
what
but,
that's what Drew's bubblegum pog slammer. Those were the flavors of his pog slammers.
I love that
But,
slammer.
but yeah, just the collector variants, because it once again turns into not in just enjoying the simple thing of it, but just like, oh, here's the thing, I'm buying this because it's going to be worth something in 20-30 years. And it's just like it's a magazine or it's a book or
Yeah.
something. It's like, okay, like,
Well,
what are we doing?
I know we talked about it a little before. It's very much the same in the sense of like Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering. And we talked earlier about those Labubu things where you have these people going in and buying whole shelves of stuff and like hoarding everything and then trying to sell it later on the
Mhm.
aftermarket. And it's just, especially like Pokemon and even Magic the Gathering to an extent. Pokemon, I get it. There's a lot of adult fans. I grew up with it too. So everybody just calm down. It's made for kids. And you're ruining an experience that should be for kids by turning it into what they think is a money making machine. And unfortunately, the demand is there. It is a money making machine for these people. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't keep doing it. And they wouldn't keep buying out whole stores and fighting people at stores to get this stuff to resell it. And I feel like that stuff ruins a lot of stuff.
Now, how
Yeah.
much of it is an actual money thing and not just the same 10 sellers selling to each other to hike up the price?
I'm sure
Be
there's
pretty-
a
But
lot
you
of
didn't hear
collusion
that from
going
me in
on.
any sort of circles that's ever
Yeah.
happened before.
I'm sure there's a lot of collusion behind the scenes between those guys to drive the price up. So
Right.
Bastards.
Mm.
I actually had
But, you know, that's-
Pokemon and Magic the Gathering on my list as more fads, but they're not really fads. I don't think it's kind of why I
Yeah,
left
because
them
Magic's
off.
still around, dude. We've got
so
some
is
nerd
Pokemon.
stores
It's still
around here,
huge.
and people are still
It's-
having tournaments.
It's insanely, stupidly expensive for what it is. I mean, at the end, it's like baseball cards. At the end of the day, people, they're cardboard pieces of paper with pictures on them. Let's calm down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the
To
stuff
be
I
fair,
never
with
understood.
the magic thing, so like my brother's really into it too, to a degree. He certainly, but he, at least from what I gather, when they do get together to play, they'll just make things called proxies, where it's just like it's what the card would be. It's just I'm not going to drop $50 for this card, kind of thing.
Oh, so
And
they're
they
making
would-
fake cards essentially to play.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, which I can
And
see
there's,
that.
yeah, there's,
But it's ridiculous
yeah.
it's that expensive to begin with. I think that's
Well,
my
for s-
point is like, why is this piece of cardboard
Some of
$50
them-
fucking dollars?
Some of them, I guess, make sense because of the staying power of the game. And here is like from the original. It's kind of similar to like a painting or something for like, you know, I think the one Black Lotus is from like a
Oh,
original
yeah.
run of Magic the Gathering.
I know Black
Um,
Lotus, yes.
Yeah, so you've met Matt from BG. He used to have like one of them, kind of a beat up one, but he used to have one of those. But it's kind of similar in that regard, and I think that's something when it came to like Pokemon or Magic. Like I can appreciate the artwork or something for it, but like
I still don't get it.
You can also
Yeah.
just look at a copy of it on the internet these days and not have
Yeah,
to.
I still don't get it. It's
Yeah.
like I don't need to own the Mona Lisa. It's fine. It's online in a million places. I can see it.
Not
No.
not even nearly my favorite painting.
Not even
That's-
close. No, not even my favorite style. So
yeah, you like some dark.
Yeah.
I do absolutely, but I
Stuff.
also like. Trying to think of the name of it. There's a very specific time period of America where they were painting like rivers and waterfalls and stuff. I can't think of the name
The
of
Bob Ross
term.
era.
No, it wasn't. There were no happy
And there's
trees
a
here,
happy,
Drew.
there's a happy tree
trees,
right over
happy
here.
trees.
But-
Here's a little bush.
accident.
Here's a bush. Let's give him a little friend.
Whatever that's called is like that's one of my favorites. But I also like some
Mm.
darker pieces as well. So, was it Uranus eating his sun? Is that what it is, or is it
Oh yeah,
Saturn?
Kronos.
or is it Kronos? One of the
I
two.
think.
Yeah, that thing.
know what you're talking
that's
about.
A
I think
super
it's-
dark painting.
Kronos eating Uranus. Got it.
Yep,
Got
one of my favorites.
But
One of my favorites. That's a very dark painting, but it's very interesting and intriguing.
Mm.
So, all right, we'll wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, sounds good. Thanks everybody for tuning in to episode 18. Be sure to check down in the description box for our links to social media and our podcast. And we will catch you on the next one. All right, thanks guys.
Peace out.
See ya.
Toodles.
Drive around for the time to be talking about things that used to be. Welcome back to Life Round 40. I'm Graham, here to tell you this more young Drew. Today, the diving takes Christmas morning chaos. Remains good pen, pandemonium for that one. Mustard toy. Oh yeah. My sister ever tickled me Elmo. My parents drove to 3 different states, I swear. It was madness. The thing just laughed, that was it. Don't forget Beanie Babies. People thought they'd be a retirement plan. I had a binder with all the tags protecting. Now it's probably worth about $5. Meet no ass to be number one. No, these ladies for sure. What about 30s? Those things look great. Okay, number 3, Furbies. Number 2, the babies. Number 1, the kidney tickle me Elmo. That's our list for today. Join us next time to Life Around 40. Yeah!